Hello, and welcome to another edition of the FLABOTA podcast hosted by the Fort Lauderdale chapter of FLABOTA. I'm FLABOTA President Jeff Adelman. Today, we have a special guest on the program to talk about something that is being offered to all Florida Bar members. And to bring this news to you, we have none other than Florida Bar President Scott Westheimer. Scott, thanks so much for being with us.
Jeff, thanks for having me here. I appreciate it.
Well, I know that this is something that you're very passionate about, and it involves trust account management. Can you tell us why that is so important to you?
Yeah, it's strange to say I'm excited about a piece of software, but I am. We as the Florida Bar, we're a branch of the Supreme Court. Discipline and regulation is our core function. We get to see what the violations are every year. We get to keep track of those. And a top violation year after year is trust accounting. So, during my term, one of the things I really wanted to tackle was what can we do to help our members out? What can we do as a tool or resource, empower our members not to violate the rules, which helps the public and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing as the bar, but to help our members with their daily practice of law and the business of law. So we worked with Nota to put together a product that we know complies with the bar rules. It's free for our members. And if they use it correctly, we know they're going to be ensuring that they comply with the rules regulating the Florida Bar with trust accounts.
Yeah, I was reading through the article in the Florida Bar News where you're quoted, and trust account violations year in, year out are like the number one reason members get disciplined.
It's top four. For the last 15 years that I've been involved or looked at anything with the bar, it's always top four. It's first, it's fourth, but either way, it's one of our top violations. I think the stats show the bar gets one NSF violation a day from somebody's trust account. So it's a huge problem, and it's something that we think we can really help members out with this software.
So this program, Nota, they actually worked with the Florida Bar to come up with the software?
They did. Nota had an existing trust accounting software work with their specific bank. We worked with them and approached them and asked them to modify the existing product so it would ensure that it complies with our bar rules. And our bar rules are specific for a reason. You're a fiduciary as a lawyer when you're holding trust accounts. So it had to be very specific what you do with your trust account. We have auditors at the bar. We have staff attorneys. They worked with Nota to make sure that everything within Nota complied, whether it was proper sub accounts, triple reconciliation. It'll allow you to upload your bank accounts from other banks to make sure you have the documents you need in case you're audited. The reports you need to run in case you're audited will be there. So our auditors worked with this program to make sure if people do contemporaneous bookkeeping, they put the items in correctly, it will comply with the bar rules for the accounting program.
That's pretty remarkable. How does it work with a attorney's bank account?
Yeah, on most bank accounts that you have will integrate with something called Plaid. It's a computer software program that'll integrate with your bank. I can't say 100%, but 99% of the banks that we know of in Florida are going to integrate. So you integrate your information from your bank, it'll be downloadable, and then it goes into Notice. You have all your information there. Or you can use it as a standalone, like a QuickBooks, but it's, I'd say it's much better than QuickBooks. You can use it as standalone software as well to make sure that you're complying with our rules. But through the Plaid program, you can just integrate and download your bank information from your online account. It'll automatically be in the Nota platform.
How long has this been available?
A week. You're hot off the presses here. Last week is when we rolled it out. We did a couple events, so it is brand new. We've been working on it for about 4 or 5 months. We started working on this before I was president. Obviously, we had to make sure it's something that we could mesh and comply with our bar rules. And Nota's done a great job to make sure that it did comply, and they've modified things in a way that we're really happy with. So it's brand new, Jeff.
That's incredible. Well, I think the biggest thing is this is a free program to Florida Bar members, if I'm not mistaken.
It's free. There is zero cost involved for you. The bar is part of your membership dues. We're a mandatory bar and you pay your dues, but we always want to try to give a little bang for your buck with bar dues. This is free. The bar pays for the service. All the members in good standing can use it. All you have to do is register. And the really nice thing about this product is Nota is going to onboard each person, whether it's a one-on-one or meeting, or whether it's going to be a group meeting. They're going to onboard everyone before you get involved with it, so you don't look at it and get overwhelmed. It's a really easy program, but they're going to train you up front so you can hit the ground running. I mean, 70% of our bar members are in a firm of 10 members or less. A lot of us do our own trust accounting. This is something they will help you get involved with so you understand how to use the program and so you can start working with it right away.
How can members sign up for this program?
I mean, right now, all you have to do is go on the Florida Bar website, and there's currently a pop-up. I'll also give you, I can put a QR code on here at the end. I'll share my screen. And actually, I can share it. Let me share it right now.
That'd be great.
Now that we're in the world of QR codes. So you got it there.
All right.
You see everything?
I do.
Okay.
And it keeps a paper trail for 7 years, which is the Florida Bar rules, right?
Right, it does. And now this is tied. Originally, this is tied to a specific bank. So if you bank with M&T Bank, it ties in seamlessly. But we wanted to create a product that wasn't with a bank account. So you can use that bank, you can use your own bank, you can use it as a standalone. They've allowed the uploading feature where you get your bank statements, you upload it. They have a portal that's going to save it. So that's the beauty. So it'll keep it the length of time you need under the bar rules in case there is an audit. And if there's an audit, all your information's there. So here's just a little blurb on it that I'm sharing my screen with. And here it is again, sign up, we're live. So what'll happen, Jeff, is you'll sign up, you'll get contacted by Nota, they will set up a training session, and you can run with this. Now, you can have your bookkeeper run with it. You can have your paralegal run with it. I mean, as long as it's under your supervision, this is, if you're a bar member, you get it for free. So I'll leave this up here.
That's great. For those of you listening to the podcast, it's trustnota, trustnota.com/the Florida Bar.
And for the time being, whenever this airs, if you go to the Florida Bar website, we have a pop-up before you can go any further that'll let you just hit that pop-up and take you right there.
Terrific. Well, is there any additional information you'd like to give us about this free trust account software for Florida Bar members?
Yeah, I mean, a couple things that have popped up, people have asked me questions about. One, this does not give the Florida Bar insight into your trust account. So I'm not, and I wouldn't be doing it, but our bar attorneys aren't looking at your trust account through Nota, trying to see if there's a problem. We don't see this. This is through a third-party vendor. We enter into a contract. So it's, again, not viewed by the bar. It's through this third-party cloud-based computing software. So I know some folks get concerned, thinks that the Florida Bar is looking at this. We're not. It's, it's your own bank account. You're doing this. You're integrating it. And again, people have asked, can I use my own bank? 100%. That's the reason we set this up this way. We know people have relationships with their banks. Some people want to use this as just a standalone software program. You do not need to use any specific bank. You can use your own bank and integrate the data. And that's the beauty of it. Anywhere you bank should be, available through Plaid, or you can ask them. And a lot of banks do have the ability to use Plaid to integrate their data. So we're really happy that anyone can stay where they are with their banking relationships. They can use it as a standalone. And if you use it correctly, it complies with the rules. So that's the exciting part for us.
How long did it take to put this whole program together, working that collaboration between the Florida Bar and Nota?
They had a really good product to begin with, but obviously our rules are very specific to Florida. We have tough rules on trust accounting for a reason, because you're holding public's funds. This was approved in December in our budget before I was president. I began July 1st. 4 or 5 months we've been working on this, if not more. So, I'd say 5 to 6 months we've been trying to put this together and working on it, doing beta testing, going back and forth with auditors, bar attorneys. So it's been a process.
Well, this is something that everybody could benefit from. Do other states have access to a program like this?
I've received a lot of phone calls from other states, but no, we're the first state in the country to do this. And like I said, to me, this is really meat and potatoes. This is exactly what we do, but instead on the regulation end, we're trying to give you something up front so you never have to deal with the bar on the regulation end. So no, we're the first state in the country to do it. Florida's always been cutting edge with bars on providing member benefits, and this is just another one.
Well, kudos to you and your predecessor, Gary, getting this off the ground. And I think that a lot of people are really going to benefit from this.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is our baby, so I hope it works well. And the more people that use it, the more buzz I think is even better for us. I mean, we have it for a long time period, but the more people that use it, I think really shows that it's a benefit that the bar is going to keep doing for a really long time.
Well, it's great. Well, if you want more information about the program, as I said before, there's a website, but you also can just go to floridabar.org, and it's going to be front and center. There was a informational article in the Florida Bar News to provide more information about it as well, and I would recommend everybody check it out. I want to make sure that we thank Trilogy Trial Consultants, because this podcast we couldn't do it without them editing and producing it. Trilogy Trial Consultants is FLABOTA's preferred jury research, litigation support, and trial presentation firm. You can check them out at trilogytrial.com or call 813-995-8880. Scott, it was an absolute pleasure having you on here, and I hope we can do this again.
Thanks, Jeff. Let me know when. It's my pleasure. Really appreciate it.
Sounds good. All right, everybody. Have a good day. I'm Jeff Edelman, and this is the FLABOTA Podcast.